Hey, welcome back to Coin Chronicles. This is Bryce. I hope you're doing well. Today we will take a look at the history of the year 1909 and we will look at some coins from the year. This will include one Barber half dollar, one Barber dime, one Indian head cent, and one Lincoln wheat cent. We will look at each coin and the important details such as mintage, grading, and inflationary value or purchasing power of the time. First, we will cover the history of the year 1909. In the year 1909, torrential rain sets a highest month record of 71.54 inches at Helena Mine in Lake County, California. U.S. troops leave Cuba after being there since the Spanish-American War, and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the NAACP, is founded. The Hudson Motor Company is founded. William Howard Taft is sworn in as the 27th President of the United States, and the Alaska-Yukon Pacific Expedition opens in Seattle. The U.S. Army Signal Corps Division purchases the world's first military airplane, the Wright Military Flyer. The U.S. Mint releases the 1909 VDB Lincoln cent, discontinuing it on August 5th because it shows the initials of engraver Victor David Brenner. The U.S. Navy founds a Navy base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and the paper shredder, skee ball, gun silencer, and gin rummy are invented, and the songs Boiled Beef and Carrots, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, and From the Land of the Sky Blue Water were written and composed. Now we will take a look at the 1909 Barber half dollar. The 1909 Barber half dollar has a size of 30.6 millimeters and a weight of 12.5 grams. It has a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper, and its designer was Charles E. Barber. Its mintage is 1,764,000, and its inflationary value for the year 1909 is $16.76. The numismatic values range from $15 in good condition up to $1,150 in brilliant uncirculated mint state condition. Now let's take a closer look at the 1909 Barber half dollar from my collection. So, as we take a look at this 1909 Barber half dollar, we can see that there still is some detail in the tiara, and part of the Liberty is still visible. The date, the stars, and In God We Trust at the top is all still clear and readable, and the outline is still pretty deep and clear. But now as we turn over to the reverse side, we see that the eagle, the details in the shield, and the E pluribus unum is still clear. We can still read it. We can see the mint mark. The S mint mark is still visible. And a deep outline on the eagle on most of the details. But if I were to grade this coin, I would give it a grade of very good condition. Now we will take a look at the 1909 Barber Dime. The 1909 Barber Dime has a size of 17.9 millimeters and a weight of 2.5 grams. It has a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper, and its designer is Charles E. Barber. Its mintage is 10,240,000, and its inflationary value for the year 1909 is $3.35. Its numismatic values range from $8 in good condition up to $233 in brilliant uncirculated mint state condition. Now let's take a closer look at the 1909 Barber Dime from my collection. Okay, so as we look at this 1909 Barber Dime, we can see that it definitely has a lot of wear from the years past. The tiara is barely visible. The outline is basically the only thing that is visible of the head, We can still read 1909 and the date in the United States of America, but as we turn to the reverse side, we notice that the wreath, most of it has been worn away, and there hardly even is any outline to it, but we can still read 1 dime in the middle. But I think overall, if I were to grade this coin, I would give it a grade of about good to good condition. Now we will take a look at the 1909 Indian head cent. The 1909 Indian head cent has a size of 19 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams. It has a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, and its designer is James B. Longacre. Its mintage is 14,368,470, and its inflationary value for the year 1909 is 34 cents. Its numismatic values range from $12 in good condition up to $65 in brilliant uncirculated mint state condition. Now let's take a closer look at the 1909 Indian head cent from my collection. Okay, so as we look at this 1909 Indian head cent, we can see that it is in definitely pretty good shape for its age. We can still read the Liberty on the tiara. Many of the feathers are still detailed, and the facial features are still quite fine and detailed. And we still read all of the major words and the date, and the rim is still clear and detailed as well. But now, as we turn over to the reverse side, we notice that we can see fine details in the shield, and we see many fine details in the wreath as well. And also we can read the 1 cent very clearly. But I think if I were to grade this coin, I would give it a grade of very fine condition. Now we will take a look at the 1909 VDB Lincoln Wheat Cent. The 1909 VDB Lincoln Wheat Cent has a size of 19 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams. It has a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, and its designer is Victor D. Brenner. Its mintage is 27,995,000, and its inflationary value for the year 1909 is 34 cents. Its numismatic values range from $7 in good condition up to $35 in brilliant uncirculated mint state condition. Now we'll take a closer look at the 1909 VDB Lincoln Wheat Cent from my collection. Okay, so as we take a look at this 1909 VDB Lincoln Wheat Cent, we can see that Lincoln still has a pretty good outline. We can still see the bow tie near his neck. We still read the Liberty, and the date is still clear, 1909, and In God We Trust at the top is still clear as well and readable. But as we turn over to the reverse side of this coin, we can first notice E pluribus unum at the top is still readable as well as the other words, and VDB, or the designer's initials, is still readable as well. And the details in the wheat on the edges near the rim is still clear and pretty finely detailed. But if I were to grade this, I'd give it a grade of fine to very fine condition. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. For more videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you, keep on collecting, and have a great day.